and welcome to the Horror Cave. In today's video, we have Scary Stories number 2. Now this story that you're about to listen to, I've been writing it for the past couple of days, just to make it perfect. Now the inspiration behind this story actually came from a local ice cream man. Now obviously the ice cream man isn't as crazy as the one in this video, and by the way, it is fictional, so don't worry, I don't have a crazy, insane ice cream man, but I hope you guys enjoy. And stay tuned to the end of the video, because we're going to be announcing a brand new series where you guys get to choose what you want to see. But I'll explain that at the end. Enjoy.
The following stories that you are about to listen to are completely fictional and original from the Horror Cave. Thank you, and enjoy the video.
My name is Robbie, and I'm 15 years old. I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts, and I've lived here my entire life. Everything was going good, that is, until the ice cream man. I was hanging out with my friends one afternoon, which was pretty usual, and we ended up playing games at my buddy Chris's house. It was always a typical thing that we did where I would bring some video games over, or so on, and we would just hang out. That afternoon changed our lives forever. We were just playing video games for about over an hour, and that's when we heard it. The ice cream man. We got up in excitement, ran down the stairs, and looked down the street, and we saw the ice cream man approaching. But what was really odd is, usually when the ice cream man's music is playing, all the kids come out, but nobody was out. It was just me and my buddy Chris, and we were the only ones out on the street looking down at the ice cream man. The ice cream man drove up to us because we waved him down because, well, we just wanted to get some ice cream. And that's when we saw him. He didn't look different or unusual, but just odd. He had really curly hair, one of those all-white ice cream man suits, and even the hat. He was staring at us when he pulled over, looking over the little window, and said, "What can I get you boys?" I looked at Chris, and Chris looked back at me, and I kind of said, I'm fine. I decided to pass, but Chris wanted a red cherry popsicle, and the ice cream man leaned over and said, "I'll be right back." He walked to the back of the ice cream truck where I'm assuming he kept his ice cream in a freezer, and came back out. And he gave it to Chris. And Chris looked at it and was kind of confused and whispered to me, "There's not a wrapper." And I kind of shrugged it off and was just like, alright, whatever. And the ice cream man said, "It's on the house," with a dead straight look right into Chris. Almost as if he was mad. So, after that, we walked away, went back into Chris's house, and continued to play video games. We were playing video games, and that's when Chris started throwing up everywhere. He ran to the bathroom and kept puking in the toilet, and I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "The popsicle wasn't an actual popsicle. It was frozen blood." And that's when my heart sunk. And I was like, there's just no way. So I picked up what he had left of his popsicle, and I smelt it. And it just smelled rotten, old. Almost as if it was just something you would find in a trash can just absolutely disgusting. After Chris cleaned himself up, he was angry, fuming with anger and hate towards that ice cream man. He said, "If I ever see that ice cream man again, I'm gonna beat him half to death." I told Chris to relax and maybe the popsicle was expired or something. I didn't think it was blood. Yeah, the guy might have been a little weird, but it happens. That night, I decided to spend the night at Chris's house. We did the usual, got up in the morning, ate breakfast, watched some TV, and played video games. And we heard it again. The ice cream man. That same eerie, creepy music. And as soon as we heard it, Chris got up almost immediately. And he ran downstairs right through that door. I tried to follow after him, but he was far away. As soon as I caught up to him in front of the house, he ran to the side of his yard and picked up 2 handfuls of rocks. And that's when my eyes opened up wide and I was in shock because I knew he was going to throw them at the ice cream man. He ran to the middle of the street when the ice cream man was driving down, but he wasn't driving down fast. He was driving slow like any other ice cream man. And that's when Chris started throwing them at the ice cream truck. And he threw one big rock right through the windshield. And it shattered the windshield on the ice cream truck almost instantly. The ice cream man then kept going down the street, and we thought he was just driving off, which kinda didn't make sense given that a rock just went through his windshield. He made a U-turn and stopped the car. He got out of the car, walked to the back, and looked right at us, and was just waving. We were both confused, thinking that he was going to come over here and start yelling at us or something, but all he did was really just acknowledge what we just did, and he knew it was us. That's what creeped us out even more. That night, I went back to my house and couldn't stop thinking about what happened. I kept thinking that the ice cream man was going to come back to us the following day and just yell at us or something, but it just got worse from there. That night, I got a call from Chris at 2 in the morning. He said, "The ice cream man's in my house." I didn't believe it, and I didn't think it was true. Chris lived about 3 houses down, and I could see his house through out my window. So I walked to my window. I looked out, and sure enough, the ice cream truck was parked in front of his house. And I could see that his door was wide open. I was on the phone with him, and I told him, hide somewhere, get somewhere safe. He said he was in his closet, and that he can hear the ice cream man walking around inside of his house. And that's when he heard the ice cream man walking up his stairs. At that point, Chris was freaking out. He was worried, panicked. Luckily, I was able to dial 911. Chris was on the phone with me the entire time, and he said he kept looking through the crack of his closet, looking through a little peephole the entire time. And that's when he saw that the ice cream man walked into his room. Chris was holding his mouth the entire time, just so he wouldn't make a sound. And I didn't want to talk on the phone to alert the ice cream man that he was in the closet. The ice cream man walked right up to the closet door and peeked his eye in. Right after that, I heard Chris screaming, and I heard his closet door open really quickly. At that moment, I knew the ice cream man grabbed him. I ran down my stairs and out the front door, but by the time I even got down my driveway, the ice cream man was gone. And he was gone with Chris. But my phone was on the entire time, and Chris must have put the phone in his pocket, because I could just hear the ice cream man yelling at him, telling him to shut up. That's when I heard you take me to Oak Tree Park. And right at that moment, I knew where he was, because that park is about a mile or two away from the house. I ran back to my house, grabbed my bike, and started pedaling as fast as I could down to that park. When I got there, I didn't see the ice cream truck at all. But I saw Chris, and luckily I had my Swiss Army knife on him. So I cut the ropes off, got him out of the tied tree, and that's when we both saw him. The ice cream man, standing in the playground, staring right at the both of us. And we could hear a faint cop sirens in the background. Chris said, "You called the cops?" And I said, "No." But then we both realized it must have been from the silent alarm that the ice cream man must have triggered when he broke into Chris's house. At that moment, the ice cream man chased us, started running right after us, and he was able to catch up, and he grabbed my hair as well as Chris's hair and pulled us back. He then put us in like a headlock, and we couldn't get out. It was manpower over child, so we couldn't really do much. He threw us in his ice cream truck, and he said, "You thought you were gonna get away from me?" And gave us both a death stare we both will never ever forget. At that moment, we saw him going into the back of his cupboard in the ice cream truck, and he pulled out an ice cream cone and scooped ice cream on it and just started eating it right in front of us, and was just staring at us. We both didn't know what to do, and I didn't have my knife because I left it near the tree when I cut Chris free, so there wasn't much we could do at the moment. He got behind the wheel and he started driving. At that moment, I knew me and Chris, we needed to act and do something. And we needed to act fast. Midway during the drive, we decided we were going to get up and attack him, even if that meant taking our own lives if we crashed. I sprang up, ran right after him, and just punched him right in the face. He turned the wheel, and the entire ice cream truck flipped over almost instantly. Me and Chris were able to get out, but we were covered in blood, bruises, and cuts everywhere. The car was smoking, almost on fire from the damage that it took from the crash. And the ice cream man was nowhere to be seen. There was blood covered on his seat, broken glass, a messed up steering wheel, something that would probably really injure him, but he wasn't anywhere to be seen. And to this day, we still don't know what happened to him. We don't know if he ever got away, if he died. We're still unsure. But every here and there, I still hear that same creepy tune, and I just can't get it out of my head. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this week's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the scary story. If you did, please hit that like button. Don't forget to turn on the post notifications so that you know when I upload, as well as subscribe. So, I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer, and I think we're just going to announce the brand new series right now. So let's get right into it. The brand new series coming to the Horror Cave is none other than Urban Legends. Now, the reason why I was talking about in prior videos that this is going to be interactive with you guys is because you guys get to vote for what you want to see. For example, if you guys want to see For example, the Tahoe Tessie, which is number 5 in California. All you have to do is go down in the comments below and just type in number 5, or just say, I want to see number 5. You have to put down the number, and then I will count up the most votes for the urban legend that has the most, and I will do a video on that. And then I will also be doing this every other week. It's not going to be every single week repeatedly. I'm going to be spacing them out with other videos because I have a lot of content coming up. Next week's going to be horror unboxing number 3. You guys don't want to miss that one. That one's going to be really awesome. And after that, we're going to be starting Urban Legends. And you don't want to miss Urban Legends because you guys get to vote for it and you get to see what it's going to be. So I'm excited. Well, alright guys, that's it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.